Because it was raining, Ryudo and Runa walked home under an umbrella. Ryudo was concerned about Runa, who seemed upset about the pamphlet issue earlier. Ryudo apologized, but Runa pretended to be okay and didn't want to dwell on the matter. Then Runa opened up about her feelings, expressing that she felt Maria would be a better match for Ryudo. In her eyes, Ryudo had a lot in common with Maria. Initially, Runa thought she'd be happy because she and Ryudo were different. However, she eventually realized they were too different. She felt that everything she wanted to do with Ryudo would be awkward and uncomfortable for him. She believed Ryudo would be happier dating Maria. Runa recalled the time when she saw Maria and Ryudo together on the rooftop during the sports festival. It angered her, even though she had previously encouraged Ryudo to befriend Maria. She couldn't forget Maria's confession about loving Ryudo, which left her confused. Runa felt that she and Ryudo shouldn't be together. She then turned and ran away from Ryudo. Ryudo dropped his umbrella and chased after her. He stopped, unsure of what to say. He also felt saddened because that day marked their 4-month anniversary. Maria noticed that her pamphlet had been chosen. She thought Ryudo should have picked Runa's pamphlet instead. Earlier, Ryudo had hesitated before choosing Maria's pamphlet. Maria saw a cat doll with a ribbon and was reminded of Runa. As a child, Runa played with the cat doll and tied a ribbon around its neck. Suddenly, Maria asked Runa to return the doll. A debate ensued because Maria hadn't wanted the doll before. Reluctantly, Runa returned the doll to Maria after being scolded. Runa then smiled at Maria. Maria felt that Runa hadn't changed since that incident. She was pleased, seeing Runa as a caring and kind-hearted individual. Maria wanted Runa to be happy with Ryudo, but she also had feelings for him. The teacher saw the agreed-upon pamphlet cover and thought it looked good. She believed the pamphlet team had discussed it well. Ryudo agreed with her, even though there had been issues within the pamphlet team. The teacher appreciated the team's hard work and told them to take a break. Ryudo intended to inform Runa and Maria about the approved pamphlet. He was about to send a message when suddenly he noticed Runa on a call. He was puzzled because Runa sounded formal on the phone. After ending the call, Runa quickly descended the stairs. Ryudo wondered who she had been talking to but felt frustrated that he couldn't speak with her. Ryudo was on duty with Nikoru. He believed Nikoru knew about his relationship with Runa. Suddenly, Nikoru glanced at Ryudo, making him nervous. Ryudo apologized to Nikoru. Then Nikoru spoke to Ryudo, admitting she had been wrong to think Ryudo could make Runa happy. She believed it impossible because love could render someone powerless. As Ryudo walked, Akari approached him. Akari was puzzled why Runa wasn't with Ryudo. Wanting to discuss something, they went to a nearby eatery. Akari shared her concerns about Runa with Ryudo, suspecting Runa might be with a sugar daddy type of man. Ryudo was taken aback as Akari described this man as an older individual who gave money to the girls he was with. Akari had seen this while shopping. Exiting a store with her purchases, she had seen Runa approaching a man carrying an expensive bag. Akari recalled the man's appearance. Ryudo then showed Akari a photo of Runa's uncle. It turned out the man Akari saw wasn't Runa's uncle. Akari mentioned that the man seemed like a college student. Ryudo was surprised as Akari considered this student-like man to be a sugar daddy. Ryudo then inquired about the kind of men Runa liked. Akari described Runa as innocent and very kind. Hearing about the rift between Ryudo and Runa, she grew concerned. She feared that Runa might change because of it. Ryudo thanked Akari for her insights. Although Akari worried, Ryudo tried to trust Runa. He believed any change in Runa was his fault. Ryudo stepped out and made a call. A man answered, and he asked Ryudo a question. It turned out Ryudo wanted to ask the man for help. The Saren Festival had begun. The school grounds were filled with various food stalls. Inside the classrooms, decorations adorned the spaces. A group of girls noticed Shugo walking with Ryudo. Ryudo felt concerned because Shugo stood out too much. He also grew annoyed as Shugo seemed to constantly talk to himself. Shugo apologized, mentioning he'd help Ryudo find out more about the man accompanying Ryudo's girlfriend. Ryudo told Shugo not to jump to conclusions as he trusted Runa. Shugo suggested Ryudo ask Runa directly, but Ryudo opted to seek Shugo's assistance. Suddenly, Akari was taken aback upon seeing Shugo. It turned out the man previously with Runa was Shugo. Both Ryudo and Shugo were puzzled. Shugo had no idea Ryudo was dating Runa. Ryudo resigned himself, assuming Shugo was Runa's ex-boyfriend. Shugo and Ryudo faced each other. After Ryudo mistakenly assumed Shugo was Runa's ex, he felt upset. Shugo denied Ryudo's claim and tried to clear the misunderstanding. Runa was actually a friend of Shugo's ex-girlfriend. Just as Ryudo was processing this, a girl approached and served them drinks. Shugo told Ryudo to ask his ex directly. Confused, Ryudo tried to guess who Shugo's ex might be. Runa was alone when Nikuru approached her. She encouraged Runa to enjoy the festival. Ryudo was shocked to learn Nikuru was Shugo's ex. He tried to confirm this by teasing Shugo. Feeling embarrassed, Shugo explained how he met Runa. Shugo had bumped into Runa as he was heading to his lesson. She greeted him and they started chatting. He declined her invitation, but she gave him her number. He took it, considering Runa a sweet girl. Later, Runa called Shugo, arranging a meetup. With enthusiasm, Runa told Shugo about Nikuru. Despite knowing about Nikuru and Shugo's past relationship, Runa wanted to surprise them both. Ryudo told Shugo to meet Nikuru, who still harbored feelings for him. Unfortunately, Shugo couldn't face Nikuru as he had moved on with another girl after their breakup. He felt guilty for hurting Nikuru and reflected on how she used to be. Previously, Nikuru was the tennis club's manager. She had black hair and was always calm. After their breakup, Nikuru changed from her former self. Shugo also regretted not supporting Nikuru when her parents divorced. Ryudo realized Shugo wasn't keen on meeting Nikuru. He urged Shugo to move past the past, despite the hurt he caused Nikuru. Ryudo believed Shugo and Nikuru still had lingering feelings. Shugo was impressed by Ryudo's insights on love. Suddenly, Nishi and Ichi approached Ryudo and Shugo, expressing concerns about Runa and Nikuru. Ryudo stood up and asked Shugo to accompany him to meet Nikuru. Reluctantly, Shugo followed Ryudo. Two men were bothering Nikuru and Runa. Despite Nikuru's refusals, they persisted. The man in the white suit tried to kiss Nikuru and mocked her. When Nikuru and Runa attempted to leave, the man in the red jacket blocked their path. Out of the blue, Ryudo arrived, calling out to Runa. The two men were taken aback by Ryudo's intervention. He took Runa's hand and led her away. Left alone, Nikuru was still harassed by the two men. As they continued their advances, Shugo stepped in, demanding they stop. Confused, they apologized to Shugo. He then took Nikuru's hand, leading her away. Shugo apologized, bringing tears to Nikuru's eyes. Ryudo, Nishi, and Ichi witnessed Shugo embracing Nikuru. Nishi was infuriated seeing Nikuru with Shugo, while Ichi, feeling envious, decided to confess his feelings to Akari. Both Ryudo and Nishi were stunned upon hearing Ichi's revelation. Ichi approached Akari, who was with Runa, and confessed his feelings. Akari was shocked and struggled to respond. Eventually, she spoke up, feeling that Ichi's confession was rushed. She didn't know Ichi well enough and doubted his sincerity. She believed he was impulsively declaring his love without genuine consideration. While it pained her to reject Ichi, she did so to prevent him from forcing feelings upon her. Angered, Akari made Ichi kneel and then stormed off. Runa apologized to Ichi. She explained how Akari, despite receiving many confessions, didn't have a boyfriend. According to Runa, Akari took matters of love very seriously. Thus, she asked Ichi to understand Akari's perspective. Ichi, Ryudo, and Nishi leaned against a wall. Ichi felt defeated, considering himself a loser in love. Nishi disagreed, mentioning he too had lost out to Shugo in the past. Ichi admired Ryudo, impressed by how he had won Runa's heart. Nishi echoed Ichi's sentiments. Ryudo recalled a moment with Runa during the rain. He stood up, intending to find her, and dashed off, leaving Ichi and Nishi behind. The two cheered Ryudo on. The Siren Festival music concert had begun. Shugo and Nikuru watched the performance from a distance. Suddenly, they spotted Ryudo running toward them. Maria was chatting with her girlfriends when she also noticed Ryudo sprinting. She was puzzled by his urgency. Ryudo entered a classroom and called out for Runa. To his surprise, no one was inside. He scanned the room and spotted Runa outside the window. Approaching her, he found Runa watching the concert from the window ledge. She shared her surprise about Shugo being Ryudo's friend. She had initially approached Ryudo after seeing a familiar face in a photo belonging to Nikuru. Upon seeing someone resembling that face, she decided to investigate. Ryudo felt relieved after hearing Runa's explanation. He had trusted her from the start. Runa had misunderstood the situation with Shugo due to Akari's words. She explained that the bag she had been carrying belonged to her grandmother. While the misunderstanding had caused Ryudo concern, Runa was grateful for it. She felt it had paved the way for Nikoru to meet Shugo. She thanked Ryudo for the unintended outcome. Ryudo, however, felt Runa had talked to Shugo, prompting him to meet Nikoru. Recalling Nikoru's words, Runa paused, contemplating. She desired to be with the one she loved. Given life's fleeting nature, she believed it'd be a waste to keep her feelings at bay. Ryudo agreed with Runa's sentiments. Yet, he felt that life had many years ahead. Ryudo looked forward to spending those years with Runa.